Alright, welcome back to another episode of Art Time, where today we're going to be drawing a dragonfly from scratch. Yes, I have a lot that I have to get done with, so if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. So, we're just going to go right in and get this dragonfly drawn. Shouldn't take too long, it's a quick and simple drawing. I have a lot to do in September. Or August. It's still August. But also a lot to do in September, too, so that statement is still true. Regardless of the fact, the statement is still true. So, what do I have to do, you may ask? I got a lot to do, and it's only 8/22, August 22nd. I got like 11 days left. Technically, less than that now, actually, because, but there's... Where do I even begin? So, let me explain to you my particular plan going on here. Today, I'm getting this done with. Then, I'm going to try to get Nova Guardians drawn and finished, right? Problem is, I didn't get Adventurous Army stories made. This drawing is finished, thankfully. That is done, so that part is finished, but I need to get the story posted, and that requires an entire day to write. And of course, in order for me to get that entire day to write a story, I need to get home, eat, watch my show, and then move on over to some of this. Instead of doing Game Crafters or Paint Maze, unfortunately. Game Crafters already recorded, thankfully. We got a lot done with there, and we're going to work with the pop-up next, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any online stuff done with. I have to do several drawings. This one, for instance, which hopefully shouldn't take too long if we don't go too ballistic on things here. This, Nova Guardians, another hardcore mature drawing involving Heather from Total Drama, in the time skip. I guess technically as the series goes on, it is slow bits of time skips. The original cast is all 18 to 19 years old, right, Cat? Why is that box tilted? Dang Cat just over here causing a lot of issues. Anyways, I got that to draw still. Most of the outline is done, but the problem is I am stretched for time with Nova Guardians. Because I gotta get that done with before Sunday. So I can have the entire day to, draw it on Sunday. And then, of course, there's the fact that I have to do a landscapes and scenery drawing after that. So what's my plan? Today I'm getting this done with and a little bit of Nova Guardians finished as well. I'll do most of that off camera, but some of it on camera. Really, Cat? You're doing it again! Let me fix that for you. There you go, douche nozzle. Don't put your ears back as I try to move this box. You don't know how to get around that box, you fool. Anyways, yeah, the whole entirety of Nova Guardians is like, 8 characters that I gotta draw? So it's a lot. It is a whole lot of characters I have to draw. But I gotta get that done before Sunday, so we're gonna be working on that tonight, Wednesday, and Thursday. For a few obvious reasons. But Tuesday, I gotta write the story, the next episode of Adventurous Army, which is taking the entirety of the day. And if I have enough time, I'll probably get a little head start on the Heather drawing. Try to get that somewhat finished within a reasonable time frame. Then, of course, we got the record Tales of Berseria, and then there's Saturday and Sunday. I don't know what's going to happen, because apparently there should be a Labor Day weekend next week, right? Not next week, the week after next week, right? These idiots are going to put Sunday on the board. We already know Saturday's going up, and I have a good feeling in my gut that they're going to try to put Sunday up on the board and throw all of my projects out of whack. And that's annoying, because I am very busy. And if I don't get the ability to create what I need to create, then problems occur. I'm trying to keep up with a quota here, you see. If I can't do that, then I'm not going to get anywhere. Technically, I could take a break, but what else am I going to do when I take a break? I'm just going to be creating more things. I gotta try to keep up with this because I do want to get these series rolling. I want to try to get these series rolling and going at a relatively nice and healthy pace. So, what do we got? This drawing, working on Nova Guardian, posting Adventurous Ami, story and all that stuff. Then, of course, we've got a little bit of the Heather drawing, posting the entirety of the Nova Guardian story on Sunday, and then the landscapes and scenery drawing, which is most likely going to be Criteria. Posting that whenever I can. At least before, the month ends. And then there's even more stuff that I have to get made. It never ends. If I could only just get myself a huge head start, I would feel slightly less stressed out. If I didn't have to worry about constant Saturdays and Sundays being put on the board, it would be even less stressful. But the only reason they're doing that is because they have so many freaking orders and preparations for several lines to be shut down, which I guess is good, provided I can get the temporary layoff while they get that stuff fixed and set up. And then I can just work on my projects for September and get that done with ease. That is what I'm hoping I can do. Also, what the hell does these wings look like? I get the feeling that there's supposed to be some strange, undercarriage underneath this. Because I got some image references here. I'm not going the exact mile to try to copy it, but I'm trying to get at least some general idea on what this looks like. I get the feeling that's supposed to be there or something like that. Well, either way, August is such a busy freaking month. I can't fathom just how busy it's been. I've barely been able to keep up. And what's worse is when October comes around, I got 6 series to have to write, with Nova Guardians included, on that and December. Nova Guardians is a bit more difficult, because it requires 55 kilobytes worth of text, as opposed to the other series, which only requires 22-minute read imagines. That usually takes at least 4 to 5 hours, depending on how quick I am. Depending on if I can get some good words and stuff in, if I can. But Nova Guardians, that isn't time-based. It's just going as much as I can write. Reasonably, of course. I must say, it is very difficult to keep up with. It is not easy. Makes me feel as though I'm going to have to sacrifice a little bit of sleep in order to get all of this stuff done with. Which sucks. Insects. Funny, considering the fact that I'm drawing one right now. It's been a while since I've drawn some kind of insect, so I figure a dragonfly is a good option, right? Question is, do I want to add a design to this? It seems like dragonflies have pincers on the back of their bottoms. I'm going to go ahead and add a pincer to this one. Don't matter what it looks like, so long as it looks like a good old pincer. I mean, you don't really go up to a dragonfly close enough to see what its ass looks like, do ya? And it seems like its feelers... Well, let me look at this diagram. It seems like it just got fur or fuzz or hair along the lines of this. That should do. That should do. Good enough. I need to go quick, but I need to at least still keep the quality up with this one. So I have a really good idea for how I want to draw this background. The background for this area, at least. I don't think I gotta worry too much about this. Alright, I think we're gonna do I think a yellow one would look good. A la Sparks, I think his name was. It's been a while since I've played Spyro, and I think his name was Sparks. Dragonfly. So yes, this is what we're doing. Sparks and Dragonfly. But not really Sparks. Obviously. It's pretty goddamn obvious this ain't really Sparks. So it's going to be more of a golden Firefly, really. Question, what do your eyes look like? Your eyes definitely do look weird. When I look at your eyes, it just looks like two giant lumps. So I'm giving you fly eyes instead. Fly eyes, I think, with a nice light purple color. That is the wrong one. I want to grab this one. Maybe less of that. Maybe like 80%, and bring this up so it's less gray. I mean, there are fireflies with some very interesting color schemes. This one's a purple and red one. This one's yellow with blue. Well, not this shade of blue. This is more like a weird glassy blue with some yellow outlines to it. I did not want to type in blue. Mouth, even though I do not think it has a mouth, but you know what? We're not really going for the 100% exact nature. Looks like it just has a proboscis. It kind of does look like it has a mouth here. With two tongues sticking out. The one I'm looking at is now the red and purple one. Alright, body. I could probably do some yellow greens as well. So this would probably look good. This insect decided to go down the sickly looking route. Makes it look like it's not edible, you know? I wonder how other insects perceive certain types of insects like camo or colors. Usually when you see something bright and vivid, you think, oh, don't eat that, that's definitely poisonous. So it makes me wonder if other insects would see a dragonfly and they would think, huh, that's probably something I should not consume. But then they do it anyways because they're running out of options or something. I don't know, maybe. Pincer. I don't even know if that is considered a pincer. But the images that I'm seeing showcases some weird tail-like thing. I mean, it seems like most of them has like a little nub here, so I'll just put that there. Unless that's their dick. That, I hope not. That would be pretty sad if it was. How the hell do you mate with that thing? Unless the females have 3 holes. God. That's right, I said it. I said it. Uneducated, yes. But are you queasy? I hope so. Well, I guess I'll just give him that color. Or her, who knows? Could be that the females have this, and the males are the one with 3 holes. Yeah. Just keep on going. We just keep on going. Alright, I'll just have this one be this. Is you the same color? No, you are a different color. So yes, that's good. That's good for that one. As for the wings, it seems like the wings have like a very specific design. So we could probably utilize our textures to make that look good. Like I said, we're trying to go fast, but not too fast to where the quality suffers. We got an interesting looking insect here regardless. Even if it's not 100% accurate, it is an interesting looking one. Alright. You're going to be 50, and you're also going to be 50. Now I need to go on ahead and get the legs. Shouldn't be too hard. I think the legs here are going to be more of a nice shade of green. No, don't do that. I'll do this, though. For the base, at least. I don't even need to do that. Then it goes to a nice solid blue. That's not a nice solid blue, a dark blue. what I'm talking about. And as for you, well, it does seem as though it's a hair, so I'll make it black. This dragonfly's got black hair. Right now we do the rest of the legs. I do hope this doesn't take too long. Because we're going to do everything. Dragonfly, the background, all of it. Gives us essentially a significant amount of stuff within less than an hour, hopefully. I will do a check to see how long we've been at this thing. Ooh, God, I'm getting hungry. Well, it's a good thing I got some snacks to hold me over, finally. Kind of just been sitting here starving for the most part. See, do I want that to be a buffier eye here? That's what I'm not sure. What does this look like if it's below here? I mean, it does kind of look better. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Matter of fact, I'll get your eye right now. I probably could have just shaded it in first and then moved it. But hindsight is 20/20 and all. Okay, that's too bright. Maybe bright towards here, so it's more like the yellow is around that edge, somewhat, so to speak, and have it be a bit more like that here. It's our dragonfly. We can do whatever we want with it. We can make it look cool, so long as it looks like a dragonfly. And now we go around the edges again. Try to give it a nice light edge here. Now we put the shadows in the middle. A little bit more, and that should be good. Go back to here, and now go to here. Tablet. It's fine, it's a simple fix. Have you ever seen a dragonfly's face up close? It looks weird, but not as weird as this one does. I'm just here to make an interesting looking design. If I just replicate a dragonfly from these images, then that's not really good, is it? Then I'm just replicating an image. I should make my own, basically. And that's what I did. Whether or not it's good or really depends on what people think. I need to move this laptop away from my goddamn hands. I don't know if it's the heat or if this GPU is just slowly dying. But definitely something is wrong with it. I have been waiting for this goddamn admin password for Windows Manager thing, but I don't think that's going to help. I think I just need to get this GPU serviced, either replaced or, refilled with whatever it needs to be able to make it so that the computer doesn't run hot or something. I don't really know. Maybe I don't have that in this GPU. This laptop has been here for a while now. I don't know how long, but it's definitely been here for a while. What feels like a while. I definitely could probably do for an upgraded laptop, but it's expensive as all hell. Servicing this and making it so that I can get the keys fixed and some interior parts fixed would be a better option for the time being. Probably less expensive too, depending on how much a new GPU would cost or whatever substance we'd need to refill the GPU. That's assuming we even have the access to said substance. A lot of things this PC has went through. D drive that got busted and made us lose a Minecraft video, annoyingly enough. That's why I have it on the C drive, because if something occurs, then it's just gone for good unless, I mean, at least I can get the data back from the game. But I don't know if that would help that much because of the way the things work on this freaking computer. At the very least, having backups of these things constantly made every now and again is good. Legs 2C, legs 3A. Guarantee you I'm going to accidentally click on the wing at some point during the shading and texturing process. So far so good, I haven't clicked on it yet. Well, I'll work on the wings. Thought I got most of the backside done with, but I'll get the wings done with first. Accidentally, not purposefully selecting the wings, obviously. It always happens when I'm working on something that's beneath something. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain instinctively goes, ooh, let's go after this thing. Surely that's what we want. It's not. Spoilers, it's not what we want at all. Dragonfly here's got nice luminescent wings on its backside. Alright. Okay. Now we're going to work on the backside over here. I could put some kind of decorum here. We could test some stuff out. We'll see. We'll see what I plan on doing. Let's just focus on finishing up the shading and texturing part. It shouldn't take too long. And now the pincers. And now the textures. Let me think here. Let's get the wings done with first. This is assuming this is going to work. It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. Some of it's a little bit more resistance. I'll once over it with highlights after doing midtones. So that way I can make sure that I get everything I need to get in the middle. The eye should also be in the same boat. This is assuming this looks good. Bunch of like little, I mean, they're dragonflies. And imagine they have some semblance to the fly family in some way, shape, or form. Not 100%. It's like the fly evolved to a dragonfly, basically. I'd say you change yourself from an ugly fly to a beautiful dragonfly, but if you look at an image of a dragonfly up close, you'll be probably changing your mind depending on what your outlook is on certain insects and whatnot. And again, me being the insect killer, I have killed many of insects. I have murdered them all. Well, not all of them, obviously. There are still so many different types that I have not killed. And some that I won't really fully kill. Snails, for instance. Although I think I might have accidentally killed a snail once because I think it got sent down a drain while I was trying to like move it. Or something occurred. I don't know what occurred. So maybe one snail died, I can't remember. Unfortunately. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Or was it a worm? I don't know, multiple insects got flushed down the shower drain because for some reason they decided to go where they're not supposed to go, which is inside of there. It doesn't make any sense to me logically, but you know, they wanted to go there, so they dug their grave. Alright. You're probably going to be like this. You're probably going to be like this. Maybe not. Maybe I can get some squares in here. Yeah, squares would probably look good. Actually, yeah, wait, hold on. On top of that, let's do some squares here, so it looks like it's kind of jewel-like and shiny. I think the cat's kneading in her sleep because I hear cardboard, like, plump noises or whatever. Like, I don't know if you can hear it. It should be like a thump. Like little thumps. Right, Moo Moo? I'm gonna poke your butt. Poke. Oh! That's right, Moo Moo. I've awoken you. There's one interesting texture. I might even add some glimmers and shimmers to it. I might even add some highlights to it too. I still don't know what that's supposed to be. This just shows a picture. How to identify dragonflies and damselflies. That's what that is. Something about BBC Magazine. Now obviously the image they use is completely different from the drawing that I've made. Emphasis on the whole make your own drawing creation thingy. It's a lot of decorum there that I would like to be able to try to make my own of. But we're doing a simple one. A simple drawing that shouldn't take no more than an hour. Well, we're almost a half an hour in, but it is what it is. Still using the textures in our favor to be able to get everything where it needs to be. So we're going to get some sparkles up here. Sparkly butt. Vivid light. I can't tell. Overlay. Nope. I don't think that has much of a difference. The only other thing I need to do now is just put sparkles on the wings. Thankfully, I could just go on ahead and put sparkles right here. Here we go. And I think the only other thing that I want to try to do now is make a little bit more depth to the firefly's body. Just a little bit more. Have that kind of go inwards more. Have that go up here more. And try to make this. There we go. Firefly, dragonfly. There you go. Alright, good. That took less than half an hour. Now we gotta do the background, which should be pretty easy. I have something in mind. A tree branch going over and out. A tree branch going inwards. Going up. And another tree branch going in. Now I'm going to have maybe a rock over here. A nice little pond area over here. With the water waving about. And the bottom will do what it needs to do. And if I decide to add more, I'll add more. First things first, I need the dirt. So let's go on ahead and get some dirt in here. Dirt. I don't think I'm going to save any of these swatches here. Kind of unimportant. Now we need mud. A little bit of mud for this section here. Mud. It needs more mud. And we go over to this section over here and we make the water. Probably at like 50 or so. And we go on ahead, get a rock. I probably should put the rock above. Yeah. I'll save this just in case I need to use this again for any reason whatsoever. We got big rock. Now we're about to have big tree. Firefly is supposed to look like it's flying high above, obviously. Is this a good color for a tree? It could be a little bit more brighter brown. That could work. Okay, so I need... Let's get rocks in here first. Little pebble rocks. I'm going to try to also do some different rock types. I'm going to get some orange in here. But first, let me work with what we've got. This one could be more rounded because the rocks here are more like pebbles. Let me reduce the size of this to like 20? 20, scatter it out, and less spacing. Will that work? I don't know. More spacing just allows me to get a lot more of this stuff in, like so. I'll save this in here, so rock number 2. Well, hold on a second. You should be beneath everything here because you are on the dirt. Even the mud. But the water, no. Well, not even the mud. The water. Don't know what the hell I was saying there, but you know what? Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we make happy little mistakes. Yeah, some big rocks over here. Oh, I watched a recent episode of The Boondocks with this blonde Bob Ross character. It was interesting. They're very funny. It's been a while since I've seen the show, and I don't think I've seen every episode, so I'm going to try to do the same with this one here. Well, I could just use the insect's orange to get some of the orange rocks down here. And maybe some orange rocks down up there. I mean, we did draw a landscape. Well, technically speaking, we quote-unquote painted it in Photoshop. You've seen it, the episode, the 100th Art Time episode, of one of Bob Ross's landscapes and scenery drawing. I'd say I did pretty good in adding my own flair to it. If Bob Ross could see it now, he'd be smiling proud knowing that his work is still appreciated by some. Even though I technically didn't watch any of his stuff from long ago because I think I was way too young for that to comprehend that kind of stuff. Old days of just cartoons and whatnot, you know what I mean? I haven't seen a single one yet. I probably should at some point. I know they have the videos somewhere on YouTube, unless freaking company that owns his name for some stupid reason took it down. I don't like that. I don't like people who just want to try to own somebody's name or likeness or whatever because of their greed and bullshit. It's very annoying. It harps back to the olden days of people wanting to own people. And it don't make any sense. I guess I just don't have that mental mindset that those people have. Where they just want to go on ahead and just own somebody's life. It just doesn't reasonably make any sense to me, you know? And it needs to stop existing in general. I really wish it would stop existing. The olden days of the racist folks who want to just own somebody because of, I don't know, why exactly did they want to do that? It's hard to say what those people back then thought of when they were like, we can enslave these people. It really is hard to comprehend what the hell was going through their minds. You can't. Just human greed. Human freaking... What's the word I'm looking for? The unacquaintable... The unquantifiable... What the fuck is the word I'm looking for? The unquantifiable trait of human sinfulness or some shit. I don't know. I've lost my point. I've lost my point of focus and concentration. Nevertheless, my point still stands. Those jackholes back then, they had some screw loose. Well, even today, we got a lot of people who are screw loose. And even not today, like a while ago, long ago, in some olden days of yore. I don't know when it was, but I think it was like in 1980 or something, if I remember correctly. There was this poor kid who was literally had the worst life you could possibly imagine. What was her name again? Something about Junko, right? Yeah, Junko Furuta, 1988. It was terrible reading that. It made me want to go on a demonic rampage, find those people who did the deed to her, and tear their skin apart, limb from limb. Then their nerves endings, still connected to their body so they can still feel pain. Then their bones. Then their eyes, their mouth, their teeth. Well, technically, teeth falls in the same category. But the point is, humanity sucks. And I would... Oh, whoops, you should not go here. I definitely have the psychotic nature that wants to go after those psychopaths. Like I don't watch this show, but I've looked up psychopaths that go after other psychopaths. And Dexter. You know that show, Dexter? Apparently is the show that has Dexter, a psychopath, not Dexter's Lab, mind you, going after other psychos. And I'm like taking the Bob Ross route, honestly. Bob Ross going down freaking military battles and whatnot, decided, you know what, I'm gonna paint. And even in the end, he couldn't avoid the nature of human greed as they tried to own him and all of his creations. It still sucks. But hey, you know what? He did the thing. He went down the art route. Granted, most of my art isn't all landscapes and scenery. It is a mixture of so many things. You've seen it. You've seen what I've made. On DeviantArt, you've definitely seen it. I got a mix of almost everything. Almost. Not quite everything. But we definitely do have a decent amount of variety in our DeviantArt channel. Hell, even in YouTube, technically speaking. Minecraft, Terraria, Tales of Berseria with the anime department in mind. Sonic Adventures 2, game development, literally. So I'd say we're going down a pretty good route. Useful, constructive, keeping Demon at bay, kind of, while using the cats. War baby. Whoopsis. Regardless, my point still stands. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there who would like to find the murderers of that child. And literally, not even... They would just shoot them dead, torture them. Legal system's just not good enough with that. I mean, I know they were kids, but that doesn't excuse murder. It does not. You're gonna use that excuse? It's not excuse murder. I'm just saying that right now. Right here, right now, I'm just gonna say that just because you was a kid doesn't mean you murdering some random guy, exonerates you, especially in the teenager years. Especially. Of course, if you're a freaking toddler and you accidentally kill somebody Maggie style, hard to say, really. You're a toddler who doesn't even understand the concept of anything. Doesn't even understand the concept of, oops, accidentally shot and killed a man. Heard loud bang, funny loud noise, or scary loud noise, depending on who. And then they died. All because they were trying to do something, I forgot what. I forgot what Mr. Burns did. Was he trying to steal a candy from a baby but failed miserably and then ended up getting shot? He didn't die, I believe. is someone who never dies, apparently. What the hell? Oh, the grass there kind of combines a little bit, doesn't it? Yes, it does kind of combine a tiny bit. Did I do the grass here? I'll do it now, just in case. So, yeah. What else do we have to talk about right now? Not sure, really. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Hungry as well. I need to get a lot of things finished. I'm not getting as much time as I'd hoped I could get here. I mean, Game Crafters took a little bit longer than I expected, so I'm hoping I can get this done within less than an hour. We've been at this for 40 minutes, so we'll see. We'll see what occurs. It's hard to say, really. Not a whole lot of nature stuff here, but I can still add some more things to it, you know? Rock. Ah, yes, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Welcome. I need your help. For your 5 warp rooms, 5 warp gates, I'll bring you to an area where Crystal resides. Crash Bandicoot, but it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson instead. Right, Moo Mau? You see your fur sticking up behind the box. Now she's purring. Manny's cat over here trying to catch a moth, but she failed miserably in almost every single aspect. What you trying to catch a moth for when you can't even catch it? I had to punch the moth that you failed to catch. Right over there. Behind this thing here. If you don't know, there's like space here. Here's my computer with the camera here. And here's some space back here. This is a desk after all. Alright, we're getting quite close to finishing up this. Ooh, no, too much. Too much. Happy little mistake, but because we are on computer, we can remove those happy little mistakes. They ain't so happy anymore now, are they? Ah, they're dead mistakes now. Nice, quiet little dead mistakes. Yep. Alright, let's get some of this water shaded in. I do gotta say, it was interesting to try out recreating Bob Ross's landscape drawing with my own style. It was pretty close to the original. Not, like, close enough. I could just momentarily bring it up for you guys to see. This drawing right here. Of course, there's a few things that are different, like my versions of the clouds and trees and the foliage and the grass and stuff, but I think I did pretty good. I think I did pretty good recreating that in my own style. At the very least, oh, wait a minute. Well, I don't think it matters that much. I think, unless I want to do some shading with the rocks down here, I think that's pretty much all I have to do for this part. I wonder how nature decides what kind of rock colors get, or what kind of colors rock gets. Where's the damn texture? There it is. Yeah, I had a feeling. That's fine, I could just go on ahead and do this. Is that a rainbow? Weird. But you know what? Not too bad. I didn't even fucking plan on making a rainbow. Colors everywhere. Alright. Mud. Although I feel like the mud could probably be different. Wet mud. Let's make that 5. Now look at that water texture. Look at that water texture. I could probably have similar things for the dirt, but not for all of it. So that for that, Then we go on over to triangle, 10, make it go up to 700. Okay, 5 exposure. That's a bit too much. That seems good enough. Do the same thing for the Rock. There you go, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Some textures for them muscles for you. Muscle texture. Well, is that really a muscle texture? Triangulars. If you get a triangular muscle texture on your body, you should probably get that checked out. Matter of fact, if your freaking skin got that looking texture, not the gray, imagine that's with the... I would say I would go on ahead and do the hue adjustments, but I really don't feel like trying to do that right now. Hey, imagine that as your own skin color. Yep. I think that's pretty much all in that department, but there's still more things that I can do to this drawing, so it's not too barren. I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to put some flowers. The first flower type is going to be this type. Well, you can't see that. Where are you? Right here. Right there for everybody to see. Oh, shoot. Never mind, I thought I screwed up something there, but it's fine. And I'll get some of these over here. I forgot I had the color dynamics on for this one by default. I might need more of that, who knows? But if I do, I will save their texture. Or color. Now we're going to get some nice, small, little roses over here. I'll just rotate that a little bit, bring this out. Other dynamic, maybe. And we'll get some red and pink roses around the flowers beneath that. Maybe we don't need the other dynamic, because this is fine as is. And we could probably rotate it a bit more and have it have a saturation jitter, brightness jitter, and a hue jitter. A little hue jitter, nothing too big. Some flowers over here. Oh, that's too close. I could probably put some berries on the bushes over here real quick. And while I'm at it, let's shade in the flowers a little bit. We don't need to shade every single one of them individually. Just get a blanket sweep. So it's some significant difference. Nothing too big, of course. I probably could go on ahead and put a little bit of seaweed grass beneath the water. So that'll be grass 2A. I don't think I need anything more than that. Other dynamic should work just fine for this one. And increase it to a solid 200. Okay, you might need to be rotated a little bit more in that direction. There we go. Some moss. Matter of fact, why don't I put some moss on this rock? Let's reduce that scatter a little bit and decrease the size a tiny bit. Go in and rotate you a tiny bit, and there. Nice little moss. Now we're going to go on ahead and shave the edges a little bit so it's not too much. And there. Some moss here, and some underwater grass here. And why don't we just add some sparkles over the water? Why not? That is the wrong thing. There. And some sparkles. You could can barely see the sparkles, but that's fine. I'll get an increased 200, so you get some big sparkles in there. Good, great, fantastic. Okay, let's see. Berry should be pretty easy. I just gotta go on ahead, other dynamic, color dynamic. Put that at 0. Scatter, shape dynamic. Space it out. Let's get some nice looking blueberries up in here. Right on a few of these bushes. Here should look pretty good, like that. Have some of them faded so it looks like they're inside the bushes. And have some over here too. Well, hold on. We should probably do this on the bottom bush, right? Oh, that's fine, actually. That works perfectly. And some blueberries over here. And some of these berries don't stick on too well, so there's probably going to be some berries on the grass right here. And some berries on the grass over here. I don't think I'm going to need this again, but I'll save it anyways, just in case. Now we're going to get some ants. Thankfully, I have an ant brush texture, so I can get a bunch of ants. Question is, do I need to make them bigger? Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we, Cat? Ants. Reduce the scatter. At least it gives you a general idea on the sense of scale of where this dragonfly is at. Some ants going around the place, walking around in a pattern. These are all from the same colony. There's no fighting here yet. And here's some more ants over here. I'm going to have them kind of curve over to here. Try to meet up with their little buddies over here. Try to merge with the pack. Like so. Could probably have these ants continue forward on their journey. Going a little bit around. They really got this place covered, don't they? This must be one big ant colony right now. I think that's the wrong direction. There we go. Some ants over here. And some ants over here. Now I can do some simple things here. I need to grab a leaf. One leaf. Scatter is none. Leaves. Leaf. 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 Leaf for this one. A leaf for that one. Okay, that one's covered fully by a leaf. Okay, maybe not have that be so small. Leaf for that. Okay, you still can't see it. There we go. Leaf for that one. Leaf for that one. Alright, it's back. This one's got a leaf. That one's got a leaf. This one's got a leaf. Leaf. Hey, perfect. Perfect size. Leaf. These guys got leaves. This guy's got a leaf. That guy over there's got a leaf. These amalgamation of ants got a leaf. These guys got a leaf. That guy's got a leaf. That guy's got a leaf. You can't see him. That guy's got a leaf. You failed. You don't get your leaf. And then you've got some out that, whoops, and then you've got some out there who got berries. Probably about like this big. I'll do a color dynamic. This guy's got a berry. That one's got a blueberry. Oh, too small. There we go. The guys over on this side got blueberries. You see like blue dots and these ants just carrying a bunch of food. Leaf, blueberries, some of them are just following along with the horde, trying to figure out what their next plan is. This guy's got a blueberry. These guys got blueberries. There we go. You know what? I think some of these guys are going to grab some grass. Some grass blades. I'm going to rotate this. I'm going to reduce the scatter so I can get this exactly where it needs to be. I am just going to call this leaves to ant supply. So these guys got a leaf or grass. This guy's got a grass. This guy's got a grass. Well, let's do this form first. This guy's got a grass. This guy's got a piece of grass. This guy's got grass. That guy's got a grass. This guy's got a grass. Now let's rotate it this way so we have variations. This guy's got a grass, or these guys, I should say. These two got grass. That guy's carrying a grass behind his back. That guy's got grass. This guy's got, grass. This guy has grass. Oh, 2 grass. He's a strong ant. This guy's got grass. This guy's got a grass. Why are they bringing grass to the colony? I don't know. Nest supplies, camouflage. These ants don't need a reason to do something. They'll keep going at it until they send all their troops in, and then eventually they lose so many people, the ants, that it don't matter. Sacrificing a bunch of ants for what? I don't know. A piece of food we just got lying around. But there's giants all over the place, and some of those giants got other giants that are smaller, ready to do damage. We can't really say what these guys are thinking right here, but they're doing their thing. We got an entire freaking ecosystem right here beneath this dragonfly. We are almost at this for an hour, so I should probably get to the point where I start wrapping this up. Where's my cracked textures at? I want to add a cracked texture to the dirt here. Too big. 400 should do. Basically mix up the textures that we've got going here, you know? And if anything, I can add a little bit more texture to the moss here and the grass here. Even though those are the textures themselves. Well, there you have it. I think we can move on over to the next step, which is the shadows and then the fog and all that stuff. And then we'll be done. Both the things that I need to do are taking a little over an hour, but that's fine. It's fine. We're just going to keep on going. Get this done with. And be on our way. So the light's probably going to be shining from the top right. So we need a shadow. What you perking your head for up? I killed an insect. Something you seem to fail to do. Oh no, you've drowned a few insects before in your water dish for some reason. Or they drowned themselves, hard to tell. But I like the canon of you just drowning an insect in your dish. Your water dish. Mostly moths. I like to think she swats the moths down into her water dish, pats at the moth, try to get it out, but she don't do anything, and then she just leaves it there, and then I have to clean it out the next day. And that's where I find the moth dead. Dead to rights. Dead in general. Alright. A little bit of shadow here and here. And there. Despite the amount of things I need to get done with, we're going at a really steady pace here, and I like that. I just wish I didn't have to worry about work being such a drag. Normal 40 hours is better. Mandatory overtime should be outlawed. It makes me wonder how the hell all the other companies are going to, like, handle if a law being passed saying mandatory overtime is illegal. 40 hours or whatever maximum hours you guys decide to have. 40 hours, basically. Or no, just 40 hours. 40 hours or less. There we go. No more than 8 hours. And, yeah. That's what I would prefer. More time to be able to do stuff like this and enjoy life. Instead of being miserable. You know what I mean? Well, you don't. You get to sit around all day and relax. I gotta go to this shite hole and have to worry about potential 12s or Saturdays and Sundays being put on the board. Granted, we know that it's going to be put on the board because of all the nonsense that's occurring, so we don't really have much of a way to, deal with it. I mean, I have a way. I'd rather not have to use this way, but I have a way. Alright, let's get some sunlight in here. I might change this fog up. Depends, really. Yeah. That is effects. I want to go to lighting. A nice light orange. Some the hell. I swear there's a ghost around here somewhere making strange noises of thumps. And I really wish it would make the noise when I say to make the noise, so that I can get proof for myself that the things exist. You know what I mean? My mouth made a strange noise for some reason that momentarily, not jump scared me, but momentarily freaked me out, thinking that I was making a noise, but it was just my mouth that was making that noise. Our mouths make strange noises sometimes, don't it? Perfect for making sound effects for a retro game. Wait a minute, that's not supposed to be sunlight, that's supposed to be sun rays, you fool. Effects are my specialty. Whenever I need to make a scene look more popped out, I use effects. It's a hell of a lot easier than trying to figure out how to have the colors match what it needs to match. And at the end of the day, it definitely does help make the process go by way quicker. And it still looks good. Granted, it's more stylized, so it wouldn't really work too well for, trying to animate. There's no way in hell I'd be able to animate this. The only way I would be able to animate something like this by having a dragonfly fly around is to have a kind of strip that just moves consistently, sunray on its own layer, shining down, doing things. And a dragonfly flapping its wings and going up and down. But animating something that requires a lot more movement, like a person, for example, would be a pain in the ass because of my particular style. It would be a pain in the ass. I would have to do 3D animation instead. But that's my style. It's my style, and I've stuck with it for years now, so we'll keep doing that. We've been at this for 1 hour and 4 minutes. Not bad at all. So now I just gotta go on ahead, get some shadow rays in, going beneath the... That is not the color I want black. Some shadow rays here, even on the wings a little bit. Nothing too much, nothing too special. Get some shadow rays on this dragonfly. And there's that dragonfly's little shadow rays. We don't need shadow rays for the smaller ones, though. Just this bush and this rock. And a little bit of this tree. Just a little bit. And this bush over here. Good, great, fantastic. Now we can go into the effects. I think I'm going to go for a nice, solid, yellowish area. Yellow color. Not too much, though. Yellow here, yellow there. See if I can get a nice, light teal color in here. Because I don't have a light teal color, I'll just do a regular teal color then. It's light. Yeah, it works. And that's too teal for that, so we'll leave that one untouched. This does seem a little bit too teal, so maybe this would work. That seems better. I'll keep this as is. I'll try to get some of the underside of this bush and rock in. Now let's see if I can get a nice blue area. Nothing too blue now. Just the perfect amount of blue. Seems too blue to me. But that seems too blue. Am I sure I don't have... I mean, I could probably get a new blue color in. Ooh, that's more of a teal color. I do like that blue a bit. A nice faint blue color. I mean, I do need to get more of these. This looks to be more of a dull blue effect. Hell, why not? It's been a while since I've done any new effects. I might as well add another one. I wonder if I can get another yellow or another light orange area. Would be good though. Because while this does look good, it seems a bit too much. So what if I were to adjust this a little bit? A little bit more, less bright. Oh, I like the look of that. Yeah, I like the look of that a lot. Another light orange. Ooh. Ooh. Oh god. It's frozen. There we go. Light orange. Okay, for a second there I thought it stopped recording because the recording icon disappeared. It's still recording. Jesus Christ. Light orange effect number 3. Why do you have to give me a heart attack, program, computer? It's fine. Everything is fine. It just looks weird now that it's not showing the giant red dot. But it's still there. It's still recording. Okay, Grace, man, I don't like you. Why are you like this? Why do you have to be like this? It's fine. Pink area. It really does make me think that it's not recording, but the yellow, well, the yellow is always there regardless. Do I want pink? Honestly, I kind of think it looks good as is. I mean, if I can get like a nice pink rays going down. That's too pink. Get a lighter pink going. Get a nice outline here. I mean, that one looks good. I could probably get some pinks around this spot here. Dark blue area. Still recording. Weird. Very weird. It's still recording. It keeps tripping me up every time I look at that. And that should do it for that department. Alright, let's just finish this off now. I think we got what we need here. We got some more effects now, which is great. We've kind of just sticking around with what we've got currently. Can I get a nice green, light green color going here? Nah. I think a nice light yellow works better. Light yellow with a decent amount of orange or so. Or we can get a nice blue color, and then we use yellow. But which yellow is the question? Seems too much. This seems just right. And let me get a nice light blue to take up most of the area here with the blue. Same with this. No. Did not use that. Did I use this? Yeah, I did. And there we go, I think. I mean, it seems good. I do like the way that looks. I can't think of anything else I can do to change it up a bit, so I'd say this is a good place to end it now. For something stupid occurs. You're still recording, right? Yeah, okay, just need to make sure. So with effects, without effects, with effects, without effects, so on and so forth. Not too bad, right, Cadillac? Just a simple little dragonfly drawing. So with that being said, thank y'all for watching today's episode of Art Time. Hopefully this end part is being recorded. It's still showing it's being recorded, it's just the bottom does not show. Deathloop? Why are you suggesting me this? Get out of here. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out their playlist, and of course, previous episode of Art Time right over here, and the most recent episode of Sonic Adventures 2 Battle right over here. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Later.